Everyone, welcome back to another Phasmophobia weekly challenge. This week's weekly challenge is primitive. I'm afraid all the electronic equipment has short-circuited. You'll have to make do without. Correctly find the ghost type in 10 Ridgeview Court. So I believe in this challenge. Of course, we know we're going to get no electronic equipment, but I believe it's 3 evidences. We're going to have smudges, hopefully. And it's kind of annoying. It's almost like you're playing insanity mode, which insanity mode is actually kind of very annoying to play. And one of the big issues with it is, in an insanity mode, right, getting the ghost to hunt, that's the best way to find it. It's kind of hard to track down the ghost room here and there. But on this challenge, you see we have all these available. So in a sense, we can get EMF off of the activity board. We have our sanity monitor, 5 minutes. We probably want to get rid of that quickly. We probably want to find the cursed possession. I don't remember exactly what it is here. Hopefully it's something like Ouija board or, I mean, tarot cards is just fun. I wouldn't mind tarot cards either, but this is slim pickings here. Holy moly. So essentially every game we're going to go in with these 3 items. Finding the ghost room is going to be pretty much impossible without Ouija board, I'd say, unless we get really lucky, especially since it's cold. Cold sucks. I hate that it's snowing outside. So let's get in there and see how this challenge is going to go and see what they give us. I assume we'll check the breaker. I assume the breaker's not going to work, which is very unfortunate. Let's see here. So it's no tarot cards. Breaker on or off. Breaker starts off. Check the garage, and we'll check the basement. Check here. Oh, it's the Ouija board. See, that is perfect. That's actually what we want. And I think maybe just Ouija board. There's no cursed doll there. Let's see here. So the breaker's not here. Now, I'd love to sit here and say that this is the ghost room because I saw my breath. That's not fully true because it's snowing outside. I haven't heard the ghost do anything. Okay. You hear that noise? Hopefully it's not messing up my stream audio because generally with this crackling sound for some reason messes it up. The breaker is broken and does not work. That's what that means. So there is no light. The only light we have then is candles. Very unfortunate. Haven't heard the ghost do anything. We can do here. Just toss all this down right here. Now let's get the Ouija board and let's ask the ghost a beautiful question. It's a 5-minute timer, so nothing's gonna happen for a while. I don't think spending that time looking for the ghost. Where are you? It's gonna be living room. Goodbye. Okay, that's actually really bad because that means the ghost is right there. So we can actually check for EMF 5 off that. So let's check the activity board, see what we get. It's not an EMF 5, but see, it drops us to 50% sanity if that question. And now the timer's at 0. So the ghost can haunt, which is why we were kind of afraid to be in there. Let's grab a candle for... Okay, what kind? It's down? Hello? Okay, throw it on the ground. Grab a candle, grab some salt, and get a smudge for protection. So the ghost should be able to hunt us and do whatever it wants to do at this moment in time. This for some light to help us see. Let's get the book down here. Oh, the book ghost is definitely here. Throw this right here. And let's put some salt down here. Shake that up. Okay, so we're going to use that for footsteps to kind of see if we can't keep track of... Oh, it's writing in the book. Okay. So we have ghost writing. Imagine this is like a Diogen or something. That'd be crazy. It's not hunting yet, which is weird. Maybe we can put salt down here. Okay. Can't be a wraith. Alright, ghost. Oh my god. That's an event. Okay, so it's on ultraviolet. which means it still can be a Deogen. God, dude, it's so dude, when the ghost does ghost events when you can't see, jeez Louise. Let's just make sure we didn't miss it. Yeah, okay. 4 fat. Oh, blew that out. We actually want that lit. Don't know why the ghost is not hunting. Does I go back here? Is there a possibility this is a shade? Oh, it can't be. Oh, it can be shade. Yeah. We check for freezing temps. Oh, it's hunting. That's a Deogen. That's why I wasn't hunting. Okay. Hello. Get a little smudge in, just in case there was any, any ejectors for that. A little extra money never hurt anyone. Well, there you go. That's a Deogen. That is most like, so because it was ghost riding, it can't be a mimic. You won't have to worry about that. Since there's no way to check for mimics, it's kind of the scary part here. You're hoping to get an evidence that outlaws mimic right away, but that's an easy first ghost to get here. They can only start hunting at 35%. That's why it took so long for the Deogen to hunt. And there's no way for us to test for anything else with it, because I believe its other evidence is Spirit Box, and I don't know what the other one is, but I believe it's all electronic stuff that we couldn't do anything about. Right. So let's get right back into here. Same thing, thermo, that. And I might as well bring this in. Might as well do the same things that we did just there is getting the Ouija boards. I'm not waiting 5 minutes for to find the ghost room and all that jazz. There's nothing remotely fun about that style of gameplay once you kind of get used to the game in my eyes. I've been playing the game for a long time, and I really don't want to sit around and wait looking for the ghost. So let's just go ahead and pop that down. Where are you? It says teenager's room. Oh, teen boy. Goodbye. Goodbye. Fuck. Sounds normal. Oh, it's not over? This short. Oh my god, these hunts are so short. Okay. Okay, that's gonna be unfortunate. Teen boys room. I think I know where that room is at. Let's see, we didn't get EMF 5 off the board. The ghost hunted there, right? So we already know it can't be Deogen, can't be Shade. Anything else that we can narrow down just from that? I don't think so. I don't think it was a Myling. It seemed pretty loud. But that could be wrong. We'll just leave it like that for now. Let's go ahead and bring in a smudge. We'll bring in the salt. The salt's to help us figure out if it's UV or not. That's really the best way to do it. Getting this ghost to come downstairs, though, from the boys' room is going to be such a struggle. We'll lay 1 salt right here. Put all this just right here, because the ghost should be able to hunt. Okay, evidence I can use. The goal is to get it smudged, and then to get up there to that room, and try to figure out what it is. The hunt duration, so essentially we go upstairs straight to the left. The ghost room, I believe, is like right here, right? Doesn't that sound strangely fast? Oh shit. Okay, it's UV. Is that Hantu? that Hantu? So this is the... Yeah, it's Hantu. It's Hantu. Oh my gosh. Look at that. You can see the freezing breath on the ghost's mouth. Holy moly, dude. That is not something I generally ever see. I thought I saw that originally. What a perfect little hunt there. It was hard to see when it was crawling, but it's much easier to see when it's there. So the breaker doesn't work its off, right? Hantu, as you heard, Hantu was really fast upstairs. But then when it got downstairs, it slowed down and it doesn't speed up from line of sight. But the big thing about it is when the breaker's off, you can see the ghost breath. And that's what we were seeing there. I thought I saw that in the corner of my eye when I was trying to loop the ghost. But that's actually really good. We're getting really lucky here, getting some easy ghost spot. Kind of right off the bat here, right? Deogen, Hantu. This is what you want in this challenge is something like fast ghosts like this. This makes this challenge really easy. You know, difficult ghost, Goryo, Yurei, Banshee, that type of stuff would be very difficult to get. And it's really not... Getting them sucks. Because then you end up being in a scenario where you're trying to just guess the ghost. You know, you're hoping for certain interactions, hoping for the Banshee to roam to you and walk through the salt, hoping it's not a ghost event, right? You're just hoping for a bunch of little things that may or may not happen and make your life a living hell. So grab the board again, and we will ask the ghost where it's at. Where are you? Upstairs hallway, I'd assume? Goodbye. Okay, the ghost was nice enough to let us out. We were there for a long time looking at it, right? So we were at 50% standing the whole time the question was asked, and the ghost could hunt just because we asked the question. Again, it is not EMF 5. We're gonna grab smudge, salt, and then the candle, and that's just for the purposes of trying to see the ghost. It's about our only light source to see, and we loop around the table, and we want to see the UV is for the salt. As you can see how great it creates with time. Salt down. It's right here. Get this out of the way. We don't want that. We don't need that anymore. This up here. So who's where it's at. And either this is a shy ghost, or we are dealing with another, like, something like a shade or a Deogen. I guess let's go ahead and put the book up here. If it's a shade, it will write in this book. Should have brought the temps with me too. What the fuck? Okay, sounds normal speed. Please come downstairs. Okay, well, that's the hunt. They're short hunts. This is the ghost room right here. There. Drop the salt here. Maybe we get another ghost hunt to happen here. Shake. Thought I lit this. Here it comes. It's a wraith. It didn't step in the salt. It's a wraith. I can't believe it. You see that right there? Look at that. It walked right over the salt and didn't step in it. That's a wraith. I mean, that's also another thing we're looking for, right? Looking for an easy to spot ghost in this challenge. But this challenge will be extremely annoying without the equipment. If this is a wraith, hopefully it's not a mimic. We're just gonna pray it's not a mimic. I guess what we could have done is gone and checked upstairs to see if the ghost maybe stepped in salt at one point in time. Now, because maybe we could do that, but this feels like a wraith with that, especially the way that candle got blown out. Yep.
Welcome back. I'm prepared
So
to
that
stop
explains
you
the
here.
candle blowout too. That means the ghost teleported on top of me and then blew the candle out one of its times. Luckily, it didn't hunt when I was there. But that was way easier than I thought it was going to be. I got really lucky with the ghost. This challenge can be, I said, it can be extremely annoying from the ghosts you get. You get a Deogen Hantu Wraith. This challenge is super easy, but you get stuff like Oreos, Banshees, Urays, you know, mares kind of can be annoying. Ghosts like that you can't really find a lot about. This can be an extremely annoying challenge. So, you know, but it's good $5,000. It's definitely worth it compared to the last challenge, you know, with the way it's set up. So, but let me know what you think of the video. You know, y'all have a good one, and I will see y'all on the next week challenge. Bye bye.